Welcome back to the ITC podcast.
It's a Monday
It's a Monday.
at the moment. Just got back from a little, well, it was a very fast trip.
It was very quick.
Yeah, went to the zoo. Nate, Jeff, and I. Well, Jeff didn't go to the zoo. You're not much of a zoo goer.
Not a huge zooer.
I loved a zoo. I know it's controversial. Some people are really anti-zoo.
I know.
I'm not.
That's not me. I'm not anti-zoo. You know what? The zoo isn't as bad for me as an aquarium.
Okay.
I'm not big on aquariums.
How can that, why? They're both in a controlled, environment.
I'm not scared of them. I just don't. I've seen it. It's like I'm going to go in. I'm going to see.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
The same thing for a second, third, or 70th time.
In an aquarium.
In an aquarium, it's going to be like, okay, we're going to go through here and we're going to go through a tunnel where there's water and we can see the fish and they're different fish. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to see a shark. And then we're going to go see frogs or whatever.
I understand what you're saying.
So
when
it's
I said,
oh yeah, this is what we're doing again. And we paid for it.
when I mean controversial, I mean, there's some people who are like protest zoos.
Yes. I don't protest zoos.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all for them. Go for it, zoos.
Okay. I can see
It's
pros and cons. That's not
real weird word.
That's not what this podcast is going to be about. The controversy is of zoos. I love them. I think they're fine. Everyone I've been to, the animals seem, they're safe at least.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, we're not talking about that. Anyway, we went to the zoo. Nate and I are big zoo goers. We're going to start the zoo tour. We have this whole plan.
I know. I heard.
Okay. Anyway, but it was fun. We had a good time. It was great weather. It's
It was
August.
a wonderful weekend.
It was like unless you were directly in the sun, it was really good to go. No humidity. It was perfect zoo day.
It was a perfect day for the zoo. Anything outdoors.
And this is the first time in a very long time that I've been to the zoo where we didn't have little small children. And it was refreshing. We just strolled and took our time and nobody was fussing, crying. Oh, it was great.
That's awesome.
It was a great day. Anyway, today's August 12th when we're recording this. Do you know what today is?
No, I don't. I know it's August 12th
August
because
12th.
you just told me.
Well, today apparently is Milkman Day.
Milkman Day.
Milkman Day. Do we still have milkmen?
I mean, do you consider milkmen the men that work at the dairy farms?
No, actually men that deliver the milk in the glass containers to your house. Remember back in the day, I never had a milkman.
No, I don't. I remember hearing about it. I remember, I don't
Like in the movies?
Yes.
In the movies, you saw
Correct.
the milkman.
Yes.
Well, where can I get one?
A milkman?
Well, who wouldn't want a... How special would you feel if a man dressed in white...
There's jokes about being the milkman's kid. I know that.
Well, I do know that.
Right?
Just like the mailman's child.
Yes.
Right. But I mean, how awesome would it be to have fresh milk delivered to your doorstep in a glass container every couple days?
You could have some really good taglines like from udder. I don't know. How's that going to work?
I have no idea. I don't do dad jokes.
From udder to house. I'll have to work on that.
Yeah, you have to work on
Well,
that.
it's really not necessary now because it's not happening.
No, I researched this today and it said that in some places it's making a comeback, which would make sense in the day and age that we live in. Don't you feel like?
Why? Because people are into more pure,
Yes.
like wholesome, not processed.
Yes, like the granola moms. Sorry if you're one. No
No,
judgment.
hey, I
Just
get it,
you would
man. I wish that
go for it. But you know what I'm
we
saying?
could
Like
afford to have things that aren't processed.
all organic.
Yes, that'd be great.
So I think but here's my problem. When they bring it to your house, has it been refrigerated?
Can you trust them? That's what you're saying.
Well,
I
no.
would say they'll have refrigerated trucks.
Okay. I would
Right.
be cool with that.
Yeah, because back in the day, just think, I mean,
I've never drank fresh from the udder milk. I don't even like.
No, I haven't either, I don't think.
Well, anyway,
I've milked a cow.
I have never done that either. Did you get
My-
a? Did you get a
My
lot of
great
milk?
grandparents had a dairy farm right out here on Eureka Road,
yeah.
right there
Right.
at the bottom of the hill.
I've never done that, nor do I want to. It's not a goal of mine. They have machines to do that. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm good with never doing it again.
Let's hook Daisy right on up to the machine and get that.
The modern day way.
Anyway, today is Milkman Day. If you're a milkman, have your day.
Good for you, Milkman.
Good for you. Hey, listen. Oh, my phone's on.
Wow.
Hey, listen. I did not watch this, but did you watch the closing ceremonies of the Olympics?
I was coming through the lobby yesterday to come outside to sit with you and Nate, and I did see Tom Cruise running through somewhere with a flag. That's all I saw. I didn't see it, though.
Well, it's interesting because I didn't see it either, and thank goodness, at least that I don't know of, that because the opening was quite controversial.
It was.
I don't think the closing really is, unless I'm missing something.
I doubt it, but people make something of everything.
But what about Tom Cruise?
He's pretty cool.
He's 62.
He's pretty cool. He does crazy stunts.
If I'm going to be honest, though, I thought he was older than 62. Not because of how he looks, because I feel like he's looked the same forever.
Tom Cruise is, I don't know, man. He's a wild man. He's a thrill seeker.
Well, he is
a Scientologist.
I know. Well, I'm not talking about that. I don't care what his religion is. Is he still, though?
Is it really a religion, though?
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and debate it. I know nothing about it.
Yeah,
nor do I actually.
Pretty interesting. There's some cool documentaries on it.
Well, maybe we can talk about that someday. But what I'm saying is he's 62, doesn't really look it. And he's allegedly does his own stunts.
He does.
That's insane.
Have you seen the one where he like literally hangs off, like the one that shows him hanging on the door of the plane while it takes off?
Yes.
He did that.
Crazy.
Like
now,
it showed the making of it, and it showed him like gripping. And
how old was he, do you think, then?
I don't know. He also jumped a motorcycle for like one of the movies over a canyon. I mean, he had a parachute, but still he had to jump. He had to take that motorcycle and jump it and then let it go. And he's crazy.
Well, he also jumped off something very high last night down into the crowd with a cord on, of course. But he was on the edge. You'll have to Google it. He's on the edge of, I don't know if it's a building or what it was, and he just lets go and falls. And of course, he's on a thing and it catches him. It's not he didn't bungee jump.
Right.
But it was like a fall, a controlled fall.
Correct.
I can't even get out of my car without it hurting.
Yeah, he definitely.
And I'm 47.
Well, I don't think it has to do with age. It has to do with activity. I mean, the guy.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I mean,
people
it does.
That take care of themselves to an extreme level are not going to hurt as much as people who don't take care of themselves to an extreme level. It's just, you're going to be, when you're constantly.
I guess that's true. I used to think that I was in shape, but I forgot I'm not anymore. I forgot that.
I'm just saying you're not in Tom Cruise shape.
Well, I didn't say I was.
And not many people are.
But he's also 62.
He is 62, but it just shows you can stay young if you stay dedicated.
I mean, I was just getting out of the car today from sitting too long, and it's like my feet hurt, my hips hurt. I mean, like
I'm with you 100%. I did too.
I mean, I just do. But this man, I know, this man is dropping himself off of a building. Then he's running through a crowd, giving high fives. A woman tried to kiss him. It was really awkward.
Ooh.
And he kind of, I got to go back and watch the video, but he may or may not have like leaned it and let her. But like that was uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah,
I was embarrassed for her, but I'm jealous at the same time because, listen.
Tom Cruise, but I mean.
If I get my 3 minutes of fame because I tried to kiss Tom Cruise and I actually did kiss him on the cheek, good for me.
Sure.
Nobody else can say that.
Except that lady.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
And then he ran through the crowd and he ran up the steps, got the flag, ran back down, put it in the back of a motorcycle, and then rode a motorcycle standing up outside of the crowd. Not standing up on the seat, but you know what I mean. I mean, like, that's kind of badass for 62.
That is. That's
for somebody
awesome.
who, did you know he dropped out of high school?
I didn't.
I didn't either till today. He dropped out of high school. Do you know what he wanted to be when he was in high school? What career he wanted, according to this article I read today?
No idea.
I did read an article. So don't come at me if you know him. Your cousin's cousin dated. Don't come at me. I read in an article today that when he was in high school, he wanted to be a priest.
A priest?
A priest. Now make that make sense.
I have a cool TikTok I can show. No, or it might be Instagram Reels that I can show you about him in the 80s in West Virginia racing cars.
Really? Like for a movie?
No.
Oh.
He liked racing cars.
Where would you race a car in West Virginia?
They had races. They had like those dirt races and stuff. And he was trying to compete in them.
Bike races?
No, car.
Dirt car races?
Pretty sure they're dirt car races.
What do you all do here in West Virginia? I'm not from here.
They do the same thing, I'm sure, in Kentucky.
I don't know. Maybe. A good old boy. Like he was Dukes of Hazzard style.
Maybe it was on
I
that.
love the Dukes of Hazzard.
I don't know. I'm going to have to look now.
Okay, you can look. But I didn't know when he was in high school, A, that he wanted to be a priest. B, he was 18. So when you're 18 and you're in high school, you're almost finished. What makes you want to drop out? Then it said he gets this wild hair and he's gonna go to New York and try acting. Like that takes some real bravery. But it and probably a fraction of the time that I'm sure a lot of people do that. I'm gonna drop out of high school. I'm gonna go to New York and become an actor. That doesn't happen for most people.
Well, and those are the people that don't have, they're just so singular focused and they don't have any backup. It's like, this is what I'm doing and I'm going to die on this cross.
Right. But that doesn't even happen for some people because I think some people do that. Go for it and don't go anywhere with it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Especially to his level.
Well, yeah, because then he becomes one of the most well-known top dog actors of all time. Well, and we were in Cincinnati this weekend too, and we went over the suspension bridge, and we come over the other side of the bridge, and Nate was with us, and he said, "Why is everybody taking a picture of this bridge, despite that it's a really pretty bridge?" And we had to tell him, it was in a movie. He didn't know what the movie was. Rain Man, no idea what the movie was, but we were at a Tom Cruise spot this weekend after the closing of the Olympics, which was kind of kind of special, kind of cool, but it's a important bridge, and Nate had no idea about it. But Jeff's looking up something and not listening to a word I say.
I'm listening to you talking about a bridge. Rain Man.
Rain Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it worked for him. Obviously, in the most famous movies, some of the most famous movies. Okay, he's giving
It's
me
more like minor league NASCAR.
minor league NASCAR.
It's NASCAR level.
Racing in West Virginia, 1988. Is there a volume on this bad boy?
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted it
Well,
up.
of course I want to. Is Tom Cruise in this video?
Yeah.
Look at her.
I know, man. The ladies were
In the
out for
80s. You know what? The 80s look is coming back. I'm looking at this video and you see mullets now.
You see a lot of mullets, and you got
and the wolf cut, and the girls are coming back. Oh, I saw Tom.
The mustache.
The mustache only. Oh my gosh, don't get me started. There's Tom Cruise.
He began his career last year in showroom stock, and he's had 6
Well.
starts and 4 wins. Now for this season, Newman Sharp Racing has built him.
Okay, so that's not dirt.
No, I made a mistake.
A
there.
Nissan race car number 7 was Tom Cruise, and this is in West Virginia.
Time that I need to form a relationship with the car and understand what it's going to do under extreme conditions.
And how does Tom Cruise divide his energies when racing?
It's 90% mental, 10% physical. The discipline, plays such a key part. That's the most challenging, definitely.
See, he is
Crazy.
Okay, so in the 80s, this video is 1988 racing in West Virginia. Oh, he's grilling out. What movies was he in around that time? Like, I'm very bad about dates of movies. Do you know? Like
1980, I mean 85, like early 80s wasn't that when Top Gun and what was the other movie he was in?
He was in a lot
Bartender
of movies.
movie.
Oh my gosh, Cocktail. I love that movie. We need to watch that movie again. Oh, Cocktail, 1988. He was in Young Guns. Oh my gosh, he was on fire in 88. It says Cocktail, Young Guns, and Rain Man.
And he was in 16 races and he won 4 of them.
In West Virginia. How crazy is that?
I don't know if all the races were in West Virginia.
Well, okay, I'm not
but
saying
at least
that
one was.
Yeah. Can we watch Cocktail this weekend?
Sure, why not?
I think that was probably my most favorite movie, even more than Top Gun. Don't get mad at me, but I wasn't really a Top Gun fan.
Right.
I wasn't. I mean, it didn't do it for me, but Cocktail did.
Yeah, I'm not huge on Top Gun.
Cocktail did it
myself.
But anyway, I just thought it was very interesting that he actually just dropped himself off of a building. He's small. Tom Cruise is small.
He's a little guy.
5'7".
Yeah, he's a smaller guy. Which just shows you it doesn't matter.
5'7", around 150.
It doesn't matter.
That's way smaller than I am.
He's 150 now?
Well, I don't know. Well,
no.
I don't know his face. Okay, that's another thing I was going to talk about.
No, he's built well.
That doesn't matter.
So he's got some weight on him.
I mean, he's not like muscular though.
What would you say? 165?
It says Tom Cruise. What is this? Like, how do they know though? How do
They
they actually
know.
know? Does he weigh in for
They
the media?
know.
Like, oh, yeah, let them know. Tom Cruise weighs, well, that's 2023, 150 pounds.
Wow.
He's not a big guy. He's not
lean
like
and
jacked.
mean, baby.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
lean and mean.
Which is what you want to be when you get in your
Well, sure.
50s and 60s.
Absolutely.
You want to be lean and agile.
Absolutely. But I mean, that's just way smaller than me. It's so embarrassing. But he is aging well. And he says didn't have any
Plastic surgery.
And I mean, maybe he didn't. Because I don't think, but last night when I saw pictures of his face, they kind of looked puffy.
Kind of look a little puffy.
Yeah, like fuller. I don't know what that's. I mean, it could be medication. It could be anything, though.
It could be anything. He could have. You never know. I mean, he did come out of the sky.
I mean, well, yeah. But why? At the end of the day, though, why does anybody care? I don't
know.
care. I don't care.
I don't care.
If people can overdo it.
Right, yes.
And then you look ridiculous. But if you look good for your age, if you look good and you can be like, oh, they probably had some mark. So what?
Hey, however you get there, get there.
We have the means to do it. If you want to do a little tuck here, do a little nip there, do a little pull here, fluff there, whatever you want to do.
I'm not here to judge.
And you're not going broke and your kids aren't going hungry to pay for it.
And yeah.
Who cares?
It's better for everybody.
So, but wonder why people wouldn't own up to it if they were doing it.
You know how people are.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's different personalities. Different people are more private than others and maybe more vain.
Right. I guess that's true.
I'm not saying Tom's vain. I didn't say that.
No, I don't think he is. And honestly, like
He may be.
when I look at pictures up close with him, he has wrinkles.
Good.
But he still looks good.
Right.
Like he's aging well.
Yes.
Just because you have wrinkles doesn't mean, in my opinion, that you're not aging well.
But I think I've seen something on him where he does naturally take care of himself, meaning meaning his diet is pristine.
Oh yeah.
And that makes all the difference in the world.
Oh my gosh, what you're putting in your body, of course it
that's
does.
That's why our brains don't work right. That's why our bodies don't work right. I mean, because we feed it crap.
Right. I think he eats
the majority of people feed it crap.
Right.
And it's a lot of fun. I fed myself some crap today.
I fed myself some crap all weekend. So
me too.
Back on the train tomorrow. I did ride a train today, by the way.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was not exciting.
Yeah, the zoo trains are not the best
Not
trains.
the one that I went on today. Nate and I looked at each other and he was like, this is kind of stupid. I said, I know. But it was nostalgic for me because, I mean, he's not a little boy anymore.
He is not a little boy.
He was very polite today. But anyway, Tom Cruise is the man. That's basically what I wanted to say. And his net worth is like $600 million or something crazy.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty good.
So let the people talk if they want to talk.
He's still doing his thing. I think he's got a movie. He's got some movies coming out, I think.
I don't know. Does he? He probably does. Shoot. I mean, like, can you imagine to still be going that strong and still be like so many years of because a lot of times when people fizzle out.
Sure. Well, people get worn out. They get tired.
Well,
You go on a run and you're the man or the woman for 20 years. All of a sudden, like some of those actresses and actors just disappeared in thin air. If you remember Angelina Jolie, she was huge, right? And then she's like, I'm out. And what was that other chick back in the day? Like when we were in college, she was in every freaking movie. She was in Twister.
Oh, shoot. I see her.
She disappeared. Literally, just like she was in every movie. She was like one of the biggest actresses. And then all of a sudden, she just disappeared and was like, it's like she's like, I retired. I mean, I don't know that she said that, but I think people just make their money. They get burnt out. They probably get tired of a lot of the politics,
right? As
you do with any business. But I can assume that in Hollywood, it's a whole different level. I don't know. I'm talking out of pocket.
And two, I think you want to quit, while you're ahead,
Some people.
Maybe. I don't know. I
think the people it's like sports too. I think it's when you absolutely love it and it's what you love to do every single day. It's hard to quit.
It would, I agree. It would be hard to quit. I say you should quit while you're ahead, but it would be hard to quit while you're ahead because you want to keep going, right? But man, what if you fizzle out and you just stop because you're like, oh, nobody's feeling it anymore?
Right. I mean, that's what happened. I think that's probably a big reason why my favorite all-time baseball player, Del Murphy, is not in the Hall of Fame yet, is he loved to play the game. So he played for a lot of years past his prime.
Right.
And had some really bad numbers at the end of his career.
Uh-huh.
And it drugged down all of his averages. So when you look at it now, you're like, oh, he wasn't. But you look at his years where he is back-to-back MVP and crushing it for his first, 15 years. He couldn't stop because he loved it.
Right. Well, and then sometimes you have the sports people that stop when they're on top and then they come back.
Yes.
You know,
because they realized they couldn't stay out.
Like Michael Jordan, no, don't tell me. Shoot, Tom Brady. Tom Brady did that.
Yes.
That's the only two I know. Sorry. I know I just disappointed you. But that's the only two people I know. I'm sure it's happened before where you retire, come back.
And sometimes for the wrong reasons, I think.
Well,
and then you got people who have to play longer because of their lifestyle.
What do you mean?
Let's see here. That's annoying.
What?
Just heard myself say
I know. I think I'm doing that too.
way too many times. And
we apologize.
I hate that.
We're amateurs.
When
we have
I
to
listen
apologize.
back and I hear myself sometimes, I go, you get your crap together, bro.
It's all right. We're amateurs. No big deal. We're just talking.
I got to fix it.
Okay. Fix it.
But anyway, what's his name? That plays for, I can see him now.
What sport is it?
For the Miami Dolphins.
Don't know.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. I've heard that name.
Well, he has 15 kids with 13 baby mamas.
Oh my gosh.
So he can't stop playing.
Well,
how much money is that guy paying out?
Nah,
to all them women?
A pretty penny, I'm sure.
And he just had 2. And the women, I think his wife now and his girlfriend both were pregnant at the same time.
I mean, that's messy. Come on,
That's
bro.
really messy.
That's messy.
And you're if you're with a woman that'll let you do that, you're with the wrong woman.
What do you mean? You think they let him do that?
I don't know. I just think he's making so much money. Obviously.
Do you think they knew?
It was all over the news.
Now you're okay, but maybe it was after the fact.
Maybe.
So you're saying that the wife and the girlfriend knew about each other?
I don't know.
And we're okay with having babies at the same time?
Possibly.
Maybe they can have a double shower. You're saying possibly because you don't read the whole thing. Don't be putting this on Tyreek.
Well,
don't put this on Tyreek.
Okay, I'm not going to put it on Tyreek.
Because that's not fair.
Here's what I'm going to put on Tyreek. It is fair.
Well, no, it's not because you don't know the whole story.
I know that he has 15 kids
Okay,
with 13
but
women,
I
and he
didn't
had
say that.
his girlfriend and his wife pregnant at the same time. So Tyreek, or Reek as we refer to him, deserves anything he gets.
I'm not saying that. I said don't put it on him okay, so let me put it this way. Don't put it on the girls that they knew about it and making them seem some type of way.
Okay. Sorry, ladies.
I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway.
And congrats on the babies.
Back to Tom Cruise. He does have movies coming out in 2024. Edge of Tomorrow 2.
Cool. Never heard of it.
Me either. And Top Gun 3.
What?
Mission Impossible 8.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible 8.
Mission Impossible 8. So, I mean, he's still on the go. He's 62.
He's crushing it.
I mean, listen, kudos to you, Tom. But you'll have to go back and watch the closing ceremonies of him falling. You'll have to do that because it was quite interesting.
Well, I'm going to have to do that because I missed it. I haven't really been on social media because I got up today. Very busy day working, as most people have very busy days working.
Well, yeah.
And then I got in the car, and I don't do very well on my phone while I'm driving.
Well, I sat in the back of the car today. I let Nate sit up front because, he's taller than Jeff now. So he's like 6'1", something like that, probably.
Yes.
And so I let him sit up front. And actually, I kind of like sitting in the back, except for your driving, man.
I didn't think I did that bad.
You almost rear-ended somebody.
I missed the brake pedal.
Jeff, come on, just own up to it. You weren't paying attention.
I wasn't, but then when I did, I still missed the brake pedal. But
Okay.
the car stopped on its own. That was really cool.
Okay, there was that. You slammed on your brakes a few other times.
I did
You were weaving
because-
in and out of traffic.
Well, that's because I was trying to get home. And I succeeded.
You did, and I'm glad you did. But I was sitting in the back seat. I don't know that I'll ever do that again. It's something
I can't
different
sit in the back seat.
riding in the back seat with you driving. I had to hold the osh handle the entire time.
You're welcome.
almost the entire time.
You're back there working on your computer.
I wasn't.
You're back there. You're looking down too, so it makes everything worse.
I wasn't sick. That wasn't saying I was nauseous. But yeah, you're right. It does, because when you slam on your brakes, in my mind, we're about ready to wreck. And the one time we were.
So, fine. It wasn't really that close call.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. The car made it.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Just own it. It is what it is. But
what it
I
is.
did a good job of not nagging you. I mean, I might have said, but I didn't
No, you saved it till now.
preach at you. No, I'm just bringing it to your attention now. So everybody on the podcast can know that you're really not that great of a driver.
I feel like I'm a pretty good driver. I don't know how you can't. My record's very good.
Oh, you're going to jinx yourself now. Yeah, knock on wood. That's right. Well, anyway, that's really all I had to say. And we had a great weekend. It feels like Sunday, but it's a Monday.
It is Monday.
So tomorrow is a Tuesday. Already 2 days into the week, and I haven't even been to work yet. So, but it was a good weekend. It was fun.
Lot to do.
So if you haven't watched the Tom Cruise closing ceremony, you should go do that, because it's kind of cool. It's
I
definitely better than the opening.
Everybody check it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure most people did.
Well, probably by now, because that was what?
It's probably all over social media.
Well, no, it is. That's why I'm talking about it.
Okay, cool.
I mean, this isn't new.
It's trending?
Yes. I'm not just like, oh, breaking. Of course, everybody knows about it.
I thought you were breaking it.
No, I was wanting just to talk to you about it. I was asking you if you knew about it.
I didn't. I just saw him, but then I came outside because you were waiting on me with something.
I'm not saying that this is fresh.
I
mean,
know it's not
the ceremony was what, the 11th or something? I don't even know, but it was yesterday. So, I mean, it's not that far off. Come on, give me a break.
No, you did great.
Okay, thanks.
Good work.
Okay. That's all I got.
That's a nice little podcast. Discuss Tommy.
All right, kick off the week. Happy Monday.
It was fun. We'll do another.
Okay.
And another and another. All right, we're signing off, people. Have a good one. Bye.